Morning, everyone. Hey, welcome in, all support. I wasn't sure if I was going to be on today, honestly. I've been good. To be honest, I drew something out on the regular time, and I just really wasn't a big fan of it. I may touch it up in the future, but basically I've been sitting on a piece all week that I just wasn't really happy with. So I didn't really start burning it. So I drew something new, and here we are. But yeah, I'm good. Kind of shaky this morning. Thank you. I think this one's going to be a good candidate for once the black background's done. Right now it looks kind of off because it's kind of hard to tell the depth with everything going on, but this one's going to look sick once we're getting to the last legs. How's everyone doing today? Happy Friday. Almost done with the week. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it when my hand is... Yeah, my hand is quite tremory today. Shaking a lot. So done with people. I get that, man. I definitely feel that. If the stream does well, I might even hop to the background by the end of the stream. How do they look after I stain them? So, I don't necessarily stain them as much as I seal them with a coating of polyacrylic, but it tends to be a bit shinier. But yeah, no, they look the same. They get a bit more woody colored, and then they just get a nice shine to them. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. We do all kinds of stuff. I got some pretty sick ones. This one's I'm a big fan of. You can see that seal. Kind of creates a nice background too. So if you're passing it in the hallway, it kind of just like pops off the canvas. It'll be the same way with this guy. This whole background's going to be black. Yeah, that was the business beetle, Bobby. There's lore to him. He's got a whole story. I'm on the precarious friend over here, so I gotta be a little bit more focused. Hey, thank you, Casper. I really appreciate you. Welcome in, guys. You guys are hanging out. Feel free to drop a sub, drop a like. I usually stream about now, but the day of the week tends to change depending on my schedule. So it's always good to sub and hit that bell if you want to hit the live streams. Hell yeah, that went well so far. Knock on wood. Man, it does not help with tremors. Like I tend to shake the most right before I hit the canvas, so I sit there and like almost shake right before I make contact. Sorry, I'm just yabbering. Hey, thank you, Gage. It'll look cooler once we have the detail shading in, because right now this all looks very one tone. It's hard to tell the layering here. Kind of bothers me, but it'll look a lot more layered, especially like you can see in the teeth over here. Once we can get some shading into it. Did my music stop? Nope, just a really long ending. Courage the Cowardly Dog, hell yes. Hell yes. I love Courage. Such a big inspiration. I'll be right back, one second. I actually decided I want to display my recent piece. This is the piece we finished last stream. Oops, sorry, camera shake. You can see some of the coffins I make back there. I make all kinds of stuff. But I want to display this guy. He's really cool. I'm really proud of him. The beats, all the music is by Carl Casey. He's on Spotify. He just does a lot of no copyright radio stuff. Okay, precarious and also done. This is why I love having a rounded bit. You can just go boop, and then it's done. You can make a little line in there. If you just use the curvature of the bit, it's so easy. Boop. Yep. Yeah, I don't know where that sound came from. It's too early. Yeah, no, I want to build into the shadows more because like over here, I kind of blocked it with my card, but I really tried to play into the shadows of the sun, especially with like on the swords. You can actually see each sword's shadow, and I kind of want to play into that over here too, and have like the leg shadows coming in and kind of his overlooming shadow over the house because he's you can see this there's cracks in the house. He actually just like whacked into it. Yeah, that's good enough. But we still got to do that background, which is going to be next up after we get all the background and the bats done. Thank you, Turtle. I love turtles. They're so cool. Have I ever shadowed with a butane torch? So I've seen that done. I've not done it myself. I am personally not a fan of how it looks. It doesn't have as much depth. Like, to be honest, if I could blowtorch this background very easily and it would take me a third of the time, but if you take the time and actually give it like a shade or a gradient, I feel like it looks way better. I don't know. Just my personal take. The butane torch method is a little easy for me. And the cool thing with working in negative, if you go over a little bit, it doesn't matter because the whole thing's going to be black. A lot of wood burners work in positive. It's kind of what sets my work apart a little bit is I work in negative. What's my inspiration stem from this? So this piece specifically is a bit more red tree cup. Red cup tree. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, there's a tree in the back that's just I use it for displays and stuff like that. It's literally just like a steel tree that I put some flowers and aesthetic stuff on. But my inspiration for this piece is very just alien invasion kind of thing. I really have been feeling the desert pieces. I like the wasteland feel. I really need to come in here and clean up some of the eraser or pencil marks. But I really been feeling the desert scenes, and I really also wanted a spider this time, so. No worries. I I am quite I'm not a great artist in general, but I do consider myself a pretty adept wood burner. So just trust the process. That's all I can say. I still consider myself a beginner artist, but an adept wood burner at least. Is the wire a specific type? So I use three different tips usually. Um, I divide my work into three phases, and I switch tips for each phase. This is phase one, which is just line work. So I use this kind of a bow tip rounded one, and then I will switch out to another one in a minute when I do the background. How much do they sell for? Anywhere from 15 to like $300. I don't know. Yeah, no. So they all get a clear coat. These two don't yet because they're newer. But here's one with a clear coat. I was showing him earlier. But yeah, no, they all get. It's polyacrylic, so it soaks into the wood, and it's also acrylic, so it makes it way more sturdy. Yeah, these two don't have coatings on them, so you can't tell. This guy does, but yeah, they become a lot shinier. Thank you, Demon. Yeah, phase one is the least cool looking, and that's what we're on right now. So stick around to one of the other phases, and it'll start looking a lot more cool. Hey, thank you. I've been trying to switch it up and kind of play around with the sun. I'll support, but I'm happy with this. I like the little like zigzaggy look in it. It looks kind of cool. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from, but I really like it. My biggest tip for anyone wanting to develop their own style is just make things how they're not supposed to look. Stop holding yourself to like realistic standards and just start making it different but similar. Oh, it should be iron or steel maybe. I don't know. It basically it there's lighter ones you can get where basically if I put pressure on it, it would start warping or bending. But these ones I have are pretty sturdy. So I'm not sure what they are, but they have to be at least some kind of iron or steel. Copper or zinc would melt at the temperatures I'm at. This thing's at like 850 degrees. See, I love having that rounded tip. Oh, hand slipped. Luckily, that will be covered. So I started the background a little bit there because I'll need to come back in with a blade and fix his little feet. When they say you can't erase wood burning, that is a lie. You can see I couldn't quite tell where to put the little guys. And then there's one more over here. I did draw directly under the wood, yes. I don't know, I'm getting better at drawing. I still feel like I'm at the beginning of my art journey. I keep getting better at drawing with every piece I draw. So that, I don't know, I still feel like I'm in beginner stages. I like perspective. I really like doing perspective drawings. We're going to switch it off, switch out bits, and then we're going to start the background. So now we're going to switch to one that's basically kind of like a shovel, but like flattened out. He's kind of pointy. Basically, it's just going to cover a lot of surface area. I usually play just regular Don't Starve. I'm not much of a multiplayer gamer. Thank you, I really appreciate that, Gage. I am kind of a 3D artist in general. That's kind of why I don't consider myself very good at drawing yet, is I come from a 3D space. I usually did sculpture, I usually did ceramics, stuff like that. And so when I started wood burning, I was kind of just new at drawing. So perspective is an interesting way to kind of mesh 2D and 3D art together. Basically, that's all I was trying to say. And because they're supposed to be like in little bulbs, where'd the music go? Another long ending. Because they're supposed to be in little bulbs, we'll try to give them some shading so it kind of looks like you can see the background through it. Sculpting can be easier. You have to have the brain for it. That's the thing. It may be easier to you, but it may not be easier to all. For some, drawing comes naturally. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Right now, I'm just calling this piece Invasion. I don't really have a name for these guys yet. I don't know if I'm even going to name that piece. That was the first word that kind of came to my brain. Usually my pieces have like one creature going on, but there is two here, so I don't know. I was playing the invasion thing. I have a less detailed piece that I actually sold already that was called the Drifter. That was a similar spider, not quite the same kind of spider, like browsing the desert. I'm not supposed to do it with this bit, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I want to build some depth here. Do I play video games? And if so, what's my favorite game? I mean, yeah, I play a lot of games. I don't know if I could tell you what my favorite game is. I definitely am a Pokemon fan at the end of the day, but not really with modern Pokemon. I like ROM hacks and stuff like that. But I also Don't Starve is a big inspiration for my art and my style. I used to play a lot of Don't Starve. I don't know if anyone's played Kenshi. Played the shit out of Kenshi on PC. I don't know about the best game ever. I love Don't Starve for its style, but is it the best game ever? I don't know. Stylistically, it might be. But in terms of content, it can get a little hard. Terraria is also a kick-ass game that I've played tons of hours of. I could. That would be kind of meticulous, though. I think I'll probably just stick with 2 for now. We can have progressing pieces where, like, more and more are showing up. Is that why I draw so many eyeballs? It might be. I don't know. I love Terraria's art style. I've gotten so many Eye of Cthulhu comments in my life. Oh yeah, no, I've actually played that Voltaire. It's pretty fun. like playing the Pokemon guessing games. I just like monsters and creatures and stuff like that. So I think that's why I like Pokemon so much. It's just a ton of monsters. I'm actually going to steal the piece for a second, and I'm going to erase all the pencil marks. I'll let you guys look at this guy while I'm doing that. But yeah, now feel free to ask any questions or anything too. I'll be back to burning in 1 second. Looks a lot better after you clean it up with an eraser. Still a little bit more needs done, but we'll do that off stream. Garbodor, hell yeah, dude. So Trubbish is actually like my favorite Pokemon. So I am definitely a fan of Garbodor. I would spell that right. Like the fucking Gigamax Garbodor, that thing's sick as hell. And thank you, Trail Goat. I appreciate that. A realistic mutated Garbodor piece. You know? Actually, I fuck with that. I have not thought of that. Because, like, one of my favorite things about Garbodor and, like, the Gigamax one is, do I have t-shirts? Soon. I hope to have t-shirts soon. I need funding. It's not cheap to get a whole shipment of all sizes of shirts, but I'm looking into it. I really do want to do t-shirts soon. Stuff like these designs on the back of the shirts or the fronts. So yeah, we're getting there. But yeah, no, the Garbodor piece, sick idea of like this trash pile of monster that's just become sentient. Maybe make it like destroying a city and have it like absorbing the buildings. Ooh, that sounds sick. I like your ideas. I like your ideas. I think that was Voltaire. I appreciate you. So, essentially, I would need almost $1,000 US to get a good shipment size of all size shirts. I mean, I can get like a couple of each size, but then if someone needs a size that I don't have, I'm SOL. So, I would need at least like $1,000 or so. Bleach painting would be sick. The problem is, though, you got to make each individual shirt. There's no way to speed that up. Yeah, I could do a Kickstarter or GoFundMe, but I don't really like begging. I don't really like asking for money. Like, if you guys want to support me, I would absolutely love it. But I like being able to give you something in return. That's why you should buy a piece. A bug you would buy in a piece, so then you at least get something out of it. I mean, yeah, I could probably figure it out a way to give the donators over a certain amount of t-shirts. Maybe. I don't know. It's okay. Maybe one day we can figure out. Maybe you can win a. You know, we can do a giveaway or something. You're in the comments so much. If we go by comments, then you stand a pretty good chance. Yeah, it does definitely bother me sometimes when I have to let go a piece. There's been a few pieces like the whale. One of the mods actually has it. But it was a hard one to get rid of just because I loved it so much. But my favorites tend to be the newest thing I've created. So if I just keep creating, it's not too hard to let the older ones go. Hell yeah. Yeah, deer and other animals and stuff like that tends to be the more usual thing to find on wood burning. I do things a little differently here. Nothing wrong with the classics. I like the classics too. Speak of the devil. You're not on time, but we were just talking about pieces that we had to let go, and I was talking about the whale piece. So, yeah. It's been about like 45 minutes, but I'll still be on for a little bit. Hey, thank you. I appreciate all you guys. And I'm glad you like it, Chrissy. Yeah, they can be boring. I'm not gonna disagree with that, but to each his own. If someone else likes it, I'm not gonna knock it. I'm glad you like the necklace too. Yeah, we're going a little slow this week because I was saying earlier, but I started a piece. I started drawing a piece, and then I just wasn't really a big fan of it. Quite honestly, it just didn't turn out very well. I sat on it all week, and I was like, I should burn this, just see how it goes. And then I didn't end up burning it, and I was like, let's just draw something new. So I drew something new like yesterday, and here we are. All your drawings could be album covers. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, especially if we like frame this guy like right in the middle, that'd be kind of sick. Still looking a little rough, but we'll get there. It always starts coming together at the last part of shading. The depth, like right in this area, is still bothering me. But that's just artist's eye, I guess. I know. I gotta trust. I gotta say, trust the words I say myself. You know, trust the process. Being on stream though, I'll get all nervous to make sure it looks good. Thank you. Really like how that one turned out. That one's probably one of my favorite pieces now. The martyr. And if you notice, like, you gotta see which way the swords are pointing. Like, they're all in his belly. He's grabbing one, holding another. It's almost like he's doing it to himself. Yeah, the perspective on the house is really cool, honestly. Proud of that. Why are the eye aliens attacking Earth? I don't know. I just got a sudden flashback to the Voltaire. I mean, I'm not gonna hold you to that, but I might make a Garbodor piece. That would be sick. That's honestly one of the coolest ideas I've gotten in a while. But I got a flashback to Chicken Little. the aliens from Chicken Little kind of remind me of these guys now. Butter and toast. No, but imagine like a scenic piece where it's like it's almost like a bird's eye, but like catty corner. So you're kind of looking at like the top of the cities, and you just see like this massive trash pile, like consuming the buildings around it. But he's sentient and he's alive. That would be so sick. The hell? Jesus, is that you? Why is it turning this angelic white? Did that happen on stream for you guys too? Could I use a burner to make scrambled eggs? Yeah, I could. I haven't really ever thought about that. But like if I just whisked it with this, I would probably make scrambled eggs. Cooking stream special. I'd have to use my old wood burner or something so I don't ruin this one. $1 million subscriber cooking stream. I mean, if we got to 1 million, I might think about it. I would actually, honestly, I would do it. I would totally do it if we hit 1 million subs. Yeah, just do a cooking stream. Just cook a bunch of stuff with the wood burner. Even like a steak would be funny. Just sit there searing the steak. Low key, it's kind of funny. No, I kind of like it. If I ever hit 1 million, I'll do it. I'll do it. I may, well, I don't know if I'll do it before, but we'll see. At least if I put a time limit on it, then I can hit 1 million or something. 1 million seems a far times away, though. Hey, thank you, Christina. I appreciate you. Maybe 100K? Maybe. I mean, feels a bit more achievable. I mean, maybe one day we can hit 1 million, but I don't know. I feel like we need to be a lot more popping for that to happen. Do it, Christina. It can be a little bit of a learning curve, but it's really rewarding. I totally recommend you do it. Yeah, it is digital. I can change the temperature if I want. Um, I'm a bit of a stubborn oaf, and I work on max temperature the whole time, and I make it work. You can either turn down the temperature, or you can increase your speed. Like if I go slow, it's gonna make it a lot darker than if I go fast. So. Can I do photo? What do I mean? What do you mean? Like, could I have done like portrait drawings? Yeah, you can do anything with wood burning. I personally, not me. I'm not very good at portraits and stuff like that. There are plenty of other wood burners out there that might be able to do a portrait a little bit better than me. But I do some weird kind of out there wood burning. So, thank you. Yeah, no, I just tend to be a very different wood burner than you usually see, so. But I could definitely point you in the direction of some other good wood burners if you wanted a portrait done. Yeah, I feel like a lot of mine take place on like an alternate universe or a different planet. Or maybe even Earth after it's been invaded. You know, it could be. It is quite peaceful. It's very relaxing. I do a lot of off-camera work with it. Just doing the background, kind of, because it takes a while, as you can see. But sometimes I'll just zone out for hours. Well, the snail in the desert could be the after effects after the battle has happened, and nothing left but carcasses. Where do I buy the burner? You can buy them basically anywhere. If you just search on Google wire tip pyrography pen or wood burner, wire tip wood burner, you'll get tons of results. Some on Amazon, some on structured websites. You can usually get them for like 30-40 bucks half the time. Make sure it's the wire tip one, because the soldering iron ones are not very easy. They're just not great. Yeah, maybe Bobby was the start of it. Bobby's when the experiments started getting out of control. Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of practice. Sometimes I'm kind of just moving in with the uh, motion of my tremors. I tremor a lot, so sometimes just going like that actually is somewhat therapeutic. But basically, we'll have the darkest point be the outline, and then it'll kind of shade outwards as you kind of see with this. So it'll be similar to this background out here. I mean, maybe I'll support. I mean, I really ought to do some more world building stuff. I feel like more people would tune in if I created a universe from this. Um, do I sell them, Christina? Yes, I have a Etsy in the description. I appreciate it. I have all kinds of price points too. I have little small ones for like $15 all the way up to like more, 2 to 300 range. I think there's still a sale on the older items for the rest of the month on my Etsy too. So some of them are still 30% off. Podcasts. I mean, I feel like a podcast is you're not doing something at the same time. It would be a I don't know if it would be a podcast at that point. But I get what you mean. Would it be? Maybe it would be. I don't know. I feel like podcasts are more auditory and not visual. You were very sweet, Christina. Thank you. Yeah, no worry. We'll see how it goes. I mean, we got to 7K pretty quick. Looks like episodes on wood. Yeah, I mean, little sneak peeks of the future, maybe. Let's hope I'm not a prophet. Low key, I don't know if I'd even be scared if I met these creations. I'd honestly be comforted if I met my own creations because then I would feel less crazy. I would feel like I am seeing things that are real rather than things that I have just created in my own head. Yeah, maybe they will see me as their father and then I will be safe. I was the mad scientist all along. Dun dun. That could be the final episode. Coming face to face with my own creations. And then I just die on stream. Sorry, too far? Well, if I create the creatures, might as well end to them as well. I always wonder though if, the artist's curse, I wonder if I am doomed to be more popular after I will pass than I am while I'm alive. Like I always wonder if that ever happens. It's not going to be encouraged in my life. Like I will always be here. But if it ever happens, will my art be more popular afterwards or before? Picasso. Sorry, I guess that got kind of dark. Yeah, no, a short story book would be kind of sick. It's something I've actually thought about. I'm just not a very good storyteller. Yeah, no, I still got more pieces to create. I got more ideas, more bangers. I want cooler art for them to remember me by. So we gotta stick around and keep setting the bar higher. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll draw a short story at one point. That'd be kind of sick. Books make way better money than drawings do half the time. I don't know about better than Goosebumps, but hell yeah. Hey, good morning, Funny. Always. That could be cool. I mean, I definitely want to make it a brand at some point. I want to do like t-shirts, clothing. I want to do I mean, a book would be sick. That's another sick idea. But we might make Red's Pyro like more of a brand at some point. But I need funding, man. I can barely afford rent right now. Laser printing does not have the same effect. You could try to laser print my work exactly, and it wouldn't turn out the same way. Yeah, the leatherback book, the leather or the book covers is actually a sick idea in general, whether it be leather or wood. A book cover would be a pretty sick idea. A cookbook. But yeah, no, we got plans. I got a lot of ideas, a lot of things I want to run with at some point. I need funding for these ideas. That is the problem. I'm debating on if I want to do the sun like that again. Yeah, I definitely want to start doing prints soon. Just regular prints of my art so people can buy like cheaper versions of the art and not have to buy the original. And then whoever wants to buy the original will know they have the only one. So we'll see. Prints will be available sometime soon. Well, not soon, but in the future. Hopefully by next year. Yeah, no, I do want to do shirts. I have digitalized some. I have a few designs I really do want to make on t-shirts. I've actually had it appraised. Um, but it's gonna cost me at least like $1,000 to invest in a good amount of shirts for like all sizes. Because you can't just buy one size. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, no, it's a rough time to not only sustain yourself, but try to have goals and aspirations too. It's real hard. Um, that's maybe not a bad idea, Chrissy. I haven't really thought about that. I mean, sadly though, to play devil's advocate on that side, Chrissy, I pay more if I'm buying lower quantities of shirts. So I would have to wait for a large order, or it actually just behooves me to buy in bulk. So it depends. The problem is that I'm still not going to be making very much money from the t-shirts in general unless I figure out how to make them real cheap or make my prices expensive. Um, like I'm going to be making like less than $5 per t-shirt at the current math I'm going at. Wow, that was so poetic. New York best for teas. Interesting. Yeah, no, I'm on complete other coast. I'm on West Coast. The problem is I have appraised the t-shirt thing. The cheapest I can see myself getting them for is like around $11 to $12 per t-shirt. Customized with color with all these cool things on it. Like $11 to $12 a t-shirt. And then the shipping, and then if I sell the t-shirts, I don't really want to sell them for much more than like $20. Um, and so then I'm barely making $5 a t-shirt there. Making them myself would be cool, but getting the supplies to be able to make them myself is not cheap. Really, you got them 250 each in New York? The hell? And was it like a simple design? Because usually if you're asking for color or anything like that, it can be a bit more expensive. Damn, maybe I need to find a local place. Is that funny? I don't really know much about that process, but is that durable? Is that going to survive like 20, 30 washes? Because I still want I still want to sell good products at the end of the day. What the blanks I'm working on cost me? So I can get like 5 or 6 of them for like $30. So by that math, that would be like $5 per blank ish. Big stamp is a good idea. So that would be lino cut is what I would do. I've looked into lino cutting. I could basically transfer my design into a lino cut if I wanted. That might be difficult, but I guess that would be a cheaper idea. I really want to start multi-streaming too. Do I ever use both sides? Not really. I mean, I'll do like if you're gonna display one side, kind of is mute point to have one on the back too. Um, I don't know. I usually do like the title and like maybe some little artsy design on the back occasionally, but generally it's mostly just the front. Interesting. I mean, maybe I'll look into a local thing, Christina. I really appreciate your opinion. Yeah, no, so I really want to start multi-streaming at some point, but I need to hook up the setting to a PC. Um, I want to be able to start doing YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I think that would be kind of sick. I really want to start doing Twitch a bit more. Oh yeah, no, I signed it. I have a signature that I put on each one. I'll show you. That one's not my best signature, but like this one just says Martyr and then Red Spyro. Usually I date it too. I'm supposed to date it. $25. I really appreciate that, Christina. You're heading out. I hope to see you again sometime, and I hope you have a good time. Have a good day. stream will probably go for a little bit longer for anyone still hanging around. Um, but yeah, I don't know if I'll finish up the background, but we'll get close, and then I'll probably finish it in my own time off stream, and then maybe tomorrow I'll be back on and we'll do some detail shading. No worries. I appreciate you stopping by, all support. I mean, I haven't really streamed all week, so you kind of caught the first one this week. Yeah, I noticed that. I appreciate that. See, so many people are always like, post time lapses, post the process of you making it. You know, people would like it better if you just post the process. And then I post the process and like no one likes it. I'm not complaining. Well, I guess I am complaining, so I'm gonna just shut my mouth. Maybe it's a voiceover. Maybe I need a voiceover. You're right. People don't stick around, so maybe it's a voiceover that people need to have them stick around. How much smoke does it produce? Not very much. A little bit sometimes. Sorry if I missed your comment, but yeah, not very much. I appreciate it, Taylor. Yeah, no, reading stories wouldn't be, I mean, certain, like, spooky stories or something might not be a bad idea. I don't know. It's just not really my content. Hey, thank you, OTF Smirk. He's big enough that we'll give him a little structured head. How long have I been doing this for? I've been doing it for about 3 to 4 years now. Started about 3 to 4 years ago. She's missing a little foot there. Let's fix that. Yeah, no, I try to teach people as I'm doing stuff. So if you guys ever have any questions, comments, want tips and tricks, I'll always give you guys some. I it's wood burning's not necessarily a new art, but a lot of new people are kind of starting the you know the art as well. So I am a bit more of an experienced person in this avenue. So I am always willing to share my knowledge. I encourage everyone to wood burn if they have the opportunity. Yeah, I could do that. I feel like if I was actually going to sell my expertise, like opening up a shop and being a teacher, I feel like I need to be a little bit better than I am now. I'm not saying I'm not good, but I'm just I to be a teacher and actually like make money off my teaching skills, I feel like I need to be a little bit further along. Um, do I sell my art? Yes, I do. I have my Etsy down in the description. How much would I charge for this completed one? So this one, like this guy up here is probably a bit more towards like 300. This guy's will probably be a bit more towards like 280. Yeah, if you guys want me to make shirts, then you gotta go buy my art. If I sold like 4 big pieces, I could fund my t-shirts. When do I have to replace it? When it breaks. Generally, if you bought cheap ones, they may break pretty quickly. These ones have probably survived at least 50 pieces and not broke. Um, and you just gotta buy good ones. But yeah, Spider Invasion like Half Life, hell yeah. That's a game I haven't heard in a while. No worries, I appreciate you, Chrissy. I'm hoping by next year we can get a lot more stuff rolling. Yeah, and also welcome in Shrimp. I didn't formally say that. Yeah, that one was out on the fence. I kind of agree with that decision too. I'll support. Yeah, no, it's not something like that needed removed, but like it just didn't need to be there. It was a troll comment trying to get a reaction. See, that's kind of how I felt about like I made a whole coaster set and like each one's wood burned and it's like wood burned all the way around the side. It's like I put so much work into this that selling it for like $50 like you would a coaster set sounds absurd. Like by the work I put into it, it should be almost like 100, and that just feels absurd for coasters, you know? Yeah, no, I did coasters. I wanted to do like a leather strap over it and everything, but I haven't done that. He's kind of just sat on my project table for a while. But I kind of want to do like a nice leather strap over it, maybe burn the sides. Yeah, he was done a while ago. I just kind of stagnated on him. I have a couple pieces that are like half finished that I kind of stagnated on. Like, I don't know if you guys remember this Ouroboros from a little bit ago. He's not finished yet. He's kind of stagnated as well. Sometimes I'm not always feeling it. Yeah, no, it's incredibly hard to price things. And then some people will complain and you feel like you have to validate your why it is the price it is when you don't. It's you make the prices and it's your art, you know? You can't go by hourly, you can't go by just hour or time put in. It's really just well what feels right to you. Yeah, I mean things might get more expensive as I get more popular and there's more of a need or want for my art. Right now, there's just not lots of people, you know, wanting my art. So I put the prices down lower to make it more alluring to people. As much as I, want to be patient, I also really need the sales sometimes. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Personalized wood dominoes. Interesting. Never thought about that. And welcome in. Is it Diana Chaka? I don't know how to say the last part, but welcome in either way. Do I do requests? I do commissions. Requests. If you have something you want me to draw and it's just something you want to see done. I may do it. I may take artistic expression on it. Like someone was talking about something earlier on the stream that I might burn, but generally, if you want me to do something specific, um, commissions are usually the best way to do that. And thank you. Welcome in Diana then. But yeah, no, I often struggle doing art that I don't really want to do, so I like doing stuff I want to do. Oh yeah, no, so that would be like a commission. If you want to do a commission, you can hit me up on my Instagram or my TikTok. Both should be linked on my channel page. Or you can hit my email. It should be linked on my channel page too, I think. But yeah, you guys can definitely talk to me about like actual payment requests to make something specific. No guarantees though. I still like to take our artistic expression. Is there a particular type of wood that works best? Yes. So this is basswood or basswood. I don't know which way it's said. This is like unanimously the best wood to burn on by like every wood burner you're gonna ask. Other types are possible, but harder the wood, the harder the wood burning. Would I make a life-size coffin? I would. I mean, if someone really wanted me to pay for it, it would be expensive as hell, but I would do it. Someone talked to me about like a coffee table, and someone, if you wanted me to do a coffee table, I would do it, but it ain't gonna be cheap. Do I cut all the pieces of wood? No, sadly I don't. If I had a miter saw, and maybe a planer, I would, or I guess you can just use a disc sander. But I don't really have the shop space or the money for high-powered tools right now. I appreciate that, Jay Razors. Hopefully, I really do want a nice workshop and space to do all this kinds of stuff more often, but in this economy, who knows? I guess so, I'll support. And thank you, I appreciate that. Beneficent versus Maleficent? Is that how you say it? I don't know. I appreciate you either way. Yeah, but no, this economy is fucking whack, dude. Have I ever done a dragon? I haven't done too many dragons, per se. I'll do lizard, weird kind of things, but not really dragons. To be honest, my mom's an artist, and she's actually, like, a dragon-obsessed lady. She does, like, dragons all the time. So generally, I don't touch dragons very much, just because my mom does so much. She does, like, clay dragons, and she's awesome at it. Would I do a cat? Probably not just a simple cat, no. I do sign each one of my pieces. They usually get a name and then, signature and then the date. They also get sealed, so they're a bit shiny. I had this guy up a little bit earlier. Like a Junji Ito cat, I would do. I would definitely do like something more creepy style. Junji Ito kind of style would definitely be something I would think about. But a regular cat, probably not. Junji Ito. You should look up Junji Ito. He's it's Junji, and then the last name Ito. He is a very prominent manga and artist in general in Japan. Who taught me the techniques? Myself. I am self-taught. I've gotten some tips here and there from other woodburners, but I mostly just did it myself. Yeah, no, you really do have to decide whether you want to sell out. Especially when it comes to marketing. It's sad nowadays you can't just be an artist, you have to be a marketer as well. Background's still a little patchy. We'll have to work on that. We'll probably wrap it up here shortly. We're already almost at an hour and 45 minutes, so if you guys have any last questions, comments, feel free to drop them, and then we will probably wrap it up here in a couple minutes. I appreciate that, guys. Any last questions before I head out? Next time you see me might be tomorrow. I'll probably have the background completely done by then. We'll see. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's a Netflix show of his stuff. Where do I get the tools? So you want to look up a wire tip pyrography pen or wire tip wood burner. Wire tip ones are the ones you want. Even if they're $30, they're going to be way better than the ones that are soldering irons, which is usually what you get. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I'm wrapping it up. Any last questions or concern or comments, feel free to drop them, but I will see you guys next time. Feel free to check out my shorts, check out my regular form YouTube videos, my Etsy, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. Hit 31 likes today, not bad, not bad. Well, hell yeah, guys, I appreciate you. Have a good day.